It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy Retro. Retro. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Oh yeah. It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole.
You ready? All right. What's up, y'all? This is your boy Retro.
And this is your girl Creole, and we're back with another episode of But Yeah.
We in the building, you heard me. Look, I'm telling y'all, I know y'all like, man, what happened to the consistency and everything? I said, look, I'm working a new schedule, Creole working a new schedule, and that's his life right now until we get some sponsors or other. Ignore that, you guys. Creole still got a house home.
We do.
And I do not know that number.
I do.
You?
I know about HUD.
I'm gonna get it from you. Put it in my phone.
Okay.
But so just bear with us. Like I said, we're gonna try give you as much content. When we can and as soon as we can. So, any remarks?
No, we're just trying to work it out. We appreciate y'all sticking around.
So,
I think we banned in India again.
Why you say that?
Because we haven't had many Indian people from India listening in like they used to.
Well,
that's like a big reason our numbers are down.
We can't just depend on India then. Although we thank you guys in India, but obviously, y'all feel
our US
some kind of way.
listeners have been going up though.
That's good. Well, if you guys feel some kind of way and whatnot, that's on y'all. But we still love you, India. We still here for y'all. But anyway, so we're gonna get into the mix of things, and and we're gonna have some exciting news to tell you at the end of the podcast. I'm excited. I don't know so much Creole is gonna be excited, but she's gonna be excited. So,
I mean, clearly, if it's what I think it is, clearly I'm excited if I told you I was going to do it.
Okay, now. Well, we'll mention that at the end of the podcast. But anyway, like I said, it is, what's today, Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
Thursday is October. Halloween is coming up, you guys. Me and Creole, we just celebrated our 1-year engagement. We went to, and shout out to Keely for coming with us to celebrate. We went to a restaurant called Fleming's, and I like steak, and during the process of dating Creole, I caught myself going to like this fancy place. So it was off of Aretha.
It was on Aretha Castle Hill.
Yeah, obviously the place not even open anymore.
Yeah, no.
And, I'm like, okay, this looks fancy. Let me take her here, just do something different, Sometimes you want to splurge a little. Waste of time.
And money.
So I was like, for our engagement anniversary, let's go to Chop House. Because her sister and her husband went.
They are big steak eaters.
Yeah, I'm not. But like I said, I'm not saying I don't hate steak.
No.
But like I said, I'm not like a big steak eater. But right. I eat steak when I got a taste for it.
But I'm saying like I trust their opinion because they are steak eaters.
Right. So I went ahead and my best friend Cam Relic, he was like, "It's okay, man, but you can be paying like go to Fleming's. I said, all right. So I changed the reservation for Fleming's. Now, I never been. I heard the stories of it. Other people are like, man, go to Ruth Chris and da-da-da. I know, I heard of Ruth Chris. But like I said, me, Longhorns, I'm fine with Longhorns.
I'm very much fine with Longhorns.
But I will tell you this. Longhorns and Fleming's, there is a difference.
Yeah.
It's not to where it's not like a dramatic difference to where it's like, Longhorn tastes terrible.
No, but you do know that like
quality,
Fleming's probably like, what they do, not cure it, but you know they age it.
Yeah, and all that.
You know all those things and make their own ajou.
Yeah.
And
so I'm like, all right, whatever. So we get there, and of course, Creole, she's being the cheapo that she is. She's looking at the prices,
I got a mid-price steak.
You what?
I got a mid-price steak. It wasn't the cheapest one.
None of it. There's no such thing cheap on that menu. That's
there's no such thing as cheap, but I didn't get the cheapest steak.
Right, but she was looking for it. So, what did you get? Bone and ribeye?
No, I think it was just a regular. It was a boneless ribeye.
Boneless ribeye? Okay. I got the New York.
It was 14
strip.
ounces though. It was a big ass steak.
Yeah, and I got a New York strip, and that was a nice size New York strip. Better than
with lobster on top, with lobster and crab, huh?
Yeah. And now that I think about it, you remember you got that New York strip from that restaurant in Odessa, and the thing was like that.
But don't even remind me. I was so pissed at that whole order because we got
like,
somebody else's salad.
Yeah, it was all messed up.
There was shit missing. Like
but
we didn't get the rolls.
If that's what I had a feeling is, if that's supposed to be, if that's a New York strip, I'm down with that. Yeah. I can rock with that. Because me, I like a T-bone, but the T-bone is the New York strip is part of the T-bone, but they don't have T-bones there. I do want to go if we ever get a chance on a Tuesday and try that tomahawk. I heard that thing crucial.
Yeah, but you gotta like share the tomahawk.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I got the with the lobster. I say, well, look, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. So I got a lobster tail. I got the little crab meat on top of the steak. I got a loaded baked potato. You had got mushrooms and onions and.
Well, no, I didn't have no onions. It was just
mushrooms.
It was just straight mushrooms. It was just different types of mushrooms, and I had got
mac and cheese. And we tore that up. Wow, enough to where I had to bring some home. And mind you, man, I rewarmed that stuff from the next day.
It still was good. I was gonna ask you.
It was still on point.
Like the mac and cheese and all that too, because I gave you the rest of my mac and cheese.
It was still on point. I was like, Lord. I was like, yeah, your daddy, he ain't getting that. You hasn't leftover Longhorns. You ain't getting no leftover Flemings. You better get out of here.
No.
So,
you don't even get leftover Longhorns because I eat my whole steak.
Yeah. So we, so like I said, we had wine.
We did have wine.
We had wine, which was good. I had some tart ass lemonade. It was all good. It was a good time. I had fun. And when the bill came out,
we contemplated dining and dashing for a brief minute. No, not in Metairie.
Yeah, it was 400. It was 400, but that was for 4 meals. For 4 meals.
Because Keedy had ordered something for Dennis.
Right. So you probably looking at, like I'm about to say, about 200.
2 and some change. Yeah.
2 and some change, which wasn't bad. It was worth it. I enjoyed it. Is it something that I would do every month? No.
Absolutely not. And I know people who try to do that.
Right. No. I say no.
Like I know people I've seen like posts like, oh, I'm at Fleming's. I used at Fleming's last week.
Yeah, no. Can't do it.
I'm not counting.
And I had calamari. No, not calamari. Caviar. I didn't even know it. I just thought it was
What was the caviar on?
It was on the lobster.
Really?
The little round black little specks.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was like
peppercorn.
Yeah.
That was
caviar.
Fancy.
Yeah. Go figure. So yeah. So we had that going on early in the month, and now we're getting towards the end of the month, and it's Halloween.
Early in the month? That was literally last week.
We're almost towards the end of the month.
Sure.
All right then. So now we get towards the end of the month, and this is one of Creole's favorite holidays, Halloween. She is working on her costume, and hopefully, I don't see why your sister should be in the clear by that time for the party.
Like I said, I might ask because it might be hindering them planning it and all that stuff. So I'm gonna check with her.
What is the plan? Costumes?
look, they want to have a whole full blown like party to break in their house. So
I mean, I'm not DJing, so it ain't gonna really be a party anyway. So it's just gonna be a party.
The only reason you're not DJing is because they knew you were working.
Right. So, but anyway, hopefully they still have the Halloween party. Because, like I said, I'm ready. I like to see your costume once it's be pieced together and everything.
Yeah, hopefully. Because I bought the fabric last year, but COVID.
Right. Messed up everything.
Somebody go see my goddamn costume.
Somebody. I don't care. I'm driving around the neighborhood. Just jump out the car and say, trick or treat. But, so yeah.
I'm not even off Halloween night. That's the thing.
Right.
I gotta work Halloween
Halloween is on Sunday, right?
Halloween is on Sunday. And that's next weekend is my first weekend solo dolo working that shift. So.
Man, you got it. You got what
it ain't so much of
mean.
me got like having it is the fact that I ain't gonna be able to enjoy Halloween. That's all I'm worried about. I know I got it. That's why they leaving me.
Oh, boy.
I was supposed to still be training and they turned around. I was like, nah, we think you fine.
Shoot. We ain't gonna get into that. We're gonna leave work at work. But I'm looking at the list and I don't know where I want to jump in. I guess we could jump in. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go on the music rant, and we're gonna start with the whole Omarion versus Bow Wow shit.
Yeah.
Now that's your round, so you gotta.
Oh, I
break it down.
I thought you was since that was where you wanted to start. I thought you was gonna do the lead.
Nah, look. I told you.
I think they're straight now, but so so of course the Millennium Tour, the second Millennium Tour has resumed. Because it got held up because of COVID and things like that. So it resumed, and this time around, I believe Pretty Ricky is back.
Maybe,
but they added Bow Wow. They added Bow Wow. And it's Omarion minus B2K because, of course, like the issues between Omarion and Fizz messing around with his baby mama. So Omarion and Bow Wow, at least to everyone's understanding, they're co-headlining the tour, along with also having Sammy, Pretty Ricky.
Who named first? Bow Wow or Omarion?
Bow Wow.
All right.
So, and Bow Wow started the Scream tour, but we'll get to that. So, they're on tour, and one of the arenas they were going to had posted, it's been almost 20 years since Bow Wow first performed on stage here, and now he's coming back with Omarion and blah, blah, blah for the Millennium Tour like this week.
And somebody felt some kind of way about that.
Apparently Omarion felt some type of way. And with his now new inflated ego, I don't know if it's a new inflated ego. I think he's always had it.
Man.
And so, I mean, it's lead singer syndrome. And so Omarion, for whatever reason, decides to respond to the post and goes, actually, he's coming with me, but it's all good. And so it was like, wait, why did you have to respond that way? So then, of course, Bow Wow was like, man, of course, Bow Wow goes on his rant talking about, man, I started this and this wouldn't be, and people coming to see me and blah, 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 and all this stuff like that, which is the truth.
Nobody come see you, Otis? Omarion?
But because let's be honest.
Wait, what's Bow Wow's real name?
Shad Moss.
Nobody come see you. Omarion, they come see Shad Moss.
Right.
Bow Wizzle.
But I mean, it's the truth. Like Bow Wow was the start of this. Bow Wow was before Omarion. Sammy was before Omarion.
The way you look at me. Yes, Omarion, nigga, you was B2K.
You was
then
with
Omarion.
B2K. Then you was Omarion. Okay. So he's going on tour as a solo artist, which is fine. But like, let's be real. Omarion don't have that many hits to be carrying a tour.
You ain't got that many bops. Oh, I'm sorry.
And so Omarion's kind of been out on this high horse thing that he is like bigger than what he really is. So of course, like
my nigga think he could go against Chris Brown on Versus.
We'll get to that too. So, you know, Omarion and Bow Wow was kind of going back and forth because Bow Wow was like, man, they come to see me. We about to hit Atlanta. I'm about to show y'all or whatever like that, which is the truth because I know Atlanta probably held him down concert wise, like for real. Oh, and Lloyd's on the tour too. And so you already know. Atlanta was going crazy for Lloyd, and Bow Wow. So,
oh yeah, most def.
So then, like,
no pun intended.
Spec from Pretty Ricky decide he want to jump in, and Bow Wow's like, "This ain't about you," which is the truth. It's not about you. And Bow Wow flat out told me, "It's like y'all have never headlined a tour, so don't go there.
Don't get me wrong.
Don't jump in. Y'all have never headlined a tour."
Though, hold up. Now they haven't. You're right. Pretty Ricky never headlined tour, but I ain't gonna lie. The Blue Star album was a fire album,
and I don't take that away from them. But Bow Wow was right to say this ain't about you. Kind of stay out of it. This is between me and him.
Right, I know, but I just wanted to put that in that
Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, Blue Star album. Yeah, I was bumping that shit.
And,
you know what I mean?
And look, I'm gonna tell you this about the first Millennium Tour because I went to the first one when it came down here, and that one had B2K. Of course, B2K was a headliner, and then they had Pretty Ricky, Bobby Valentino, Chingy. I think they might have had too many on that one because they didn't get to really get into the thick of things. But they also had Mario. And to be honest with you, as much as I love B2K back in the day, I probably enjoyed Mario more. Because Mario probably had more hits. And the thing that kind of sucked about B2K was, yeah, they did some of their songs together, and they definitely could have did a lot more of their songs together. But Omarion wanted to have his own solo set. And so Omarion did his solo set, and it's like, yeah, he did Touch, he did Icebox, he did but then he started like pulling some of these other songs that nobody had really listened to. And there was no point in him to do Supposed to Be because he didn't have Chris Brown or Janae with him, which he brought out Janae in LA because apparently like the LA one was like real lit because Bow Wow brought out Chris Brown and then Omarion brought out Janae, and I don't see why Chris Brown didn't do which one called either Supposed to Be. I'm pretty sure he did, but of course when he first came out he was out with Bow Wow for I forgot what song they did, but anyway, so that was like a big deal in LA. So, but Omarion like did his own like set at the first one. And it was just like, okay, he was like singing these songs and everybody's like, oh, I don't know what this is.
I don't know that song.
You know, bring B2K back, like bring the rest of B2K back out so we can like get back into like the jams.
Hey.
And so, you know, we were discussing like Omarion having this slightly inflated ego about himself now because now he's like, yeah, I can carry the tour by myself and all this stuff like that. I'm the boss man and all this stuff. And I really think me and Chris Brown doing a versus would be great. And everybody's like,
no, it's not.
You don't have 20 hits. You don't have 20 hits, period. No matter who you go up against, you don't have 20 hits. You don't.
You ain't got the hits. You ain't got the footwork with all this dancing. Trying to act like you a bad dancer. Go sit your ass down.
So it's like, because I mean, let's go through it. Omarion has Touch,
Icebox, which I prefer to remix with Usher,
and exactly. So, and then he has Supposed to Be, which. The hottest verse on there is from Janae. Right. So
gotta eat like groceries.
Like Janae shitted on him and Chris Brown on the verse. And the only reason that song was popping because of that.
Yeah.
So, he got signed to Maybach Music. We barely heard anything from him after that. Like I think Supposed to Be was like the only hit he had when he was signed with Rick Ross.
Him and Rick Ross did a song together.
Okay.
But that just let you know I can't remember it.
Thank you.
So, but they had a song they did together.
Thank you. So, yeah. I'm not saying Omarion's not talented, okay?
No.
But he also has to like, I really think his inflated ego is getting him in like a lot of trouble because it's making everybody go, nigga, you corny. Like, we were in your, because a lot of people jumped in his corner, especially these like Gen Zers who don't really know him, were like quickly jumped in his corner with the whole like Fizz dating his ex thing. And like, oh, he's this unbothered king and all that stuff like that. It's like, this dude has an inflated fucking ego. Like, he really told himself, I'm gonna go on tour without B2K and I'm better than, like, my career is better than Bow Wow, which is not true. Like, because let's be real, Bow Wow was the one that put B2K on because Bow Wow had the Scream tour first back in the day. Bow Wow had the Scream tour first, and then he brought B2K along, and then when Bow Wow took a break, that's when B2K started headlining the Scream tour.
You know what, since we want to talk about Bow Wow.
And that Scream tour fell apart once Omarion went solo. I think they did like one tour, and then that was it.
Look, man, you can't compare you can't compare yourself against Bow Wow, okay? Bow Wow got hits. Bow Wow even got more movie hits than you got.
Facts.
You hear me?
I could probably name a couple artists from his time that I would probably listen to their music more or give them more credit than him. And Bow Wow, Mario and Lloyd are two of them.
Right.
Like they are two R&B artists from that same era that I think don't get as much credit and don't get their flowers like they should.
Oh man!
Like, I wish Mario put out better music. Like Sammy,
I think he needs. That goes back to like producers.
Yeah, it goes back to producers, but Mario has the far more superior voice, I feel.
Like you did say, you could tell that he has some growth since when he first came out.
Well, I mean, all of them voices have changed into adulthood. I mean, because we're also talking about artists that came on the scene when they was 16. Or like Sammy came out when he was, 12?
Yeah.
You know? So, of course, their voices have matured. But, I mean, we got to hear Sammy's new voice on the Trey Songz mixtape. It was on Anticipation 2, I think.
Boy, Sammy don't even look the same, boy.
He don't. Well, I mean, you still see it, but he got like all that facial hair and he's buff and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Look at Sammy, boy. Yeah, no, he's another one.
But he has that song, Not My Girl or whatever on Trey Songz. I think it's Anticipation 2.
We need better songwriters out here. I think that's another thing.
Yeah. Because Mario songs, he's good lyrically. The music don't be hitting. Like the beat that he's singing to don't be hitting. Right. Or it doesn't match his voice and his vibe. Like I think sometimes he be trying to like force a certain feel and he has to learn where his pocket is. Because there's nothing wrong with staying in your pocket, in your lane or whatever. Like you don't have to be somebody else. You can be in your pocket and have your sound.
Right.
And I feel like that's where Mario kind of struggles at, is that he has to be like, instead of like trying to do all the popular stuff, he needs to be in his pocket. And just like Sammy's in his pocket and Omarion's in his pocket. But I mean, as far as like when we start talking about like R&B artists, like Omarion, come on, especially like recent top 10, or even if you like go back and be like early 2000s, Omarion is not in your top 5.
No, he's not.
Omarion is not in your top 5.
Like I say, you're doing too much, bro. You're doing too much.
He's doing the most. And now people are clowning him with the Omarion challenge because they found that old video of him like trying to dance at some festival. And of course he's letting that gas him up because with the dance, and he did it at the tour, and everybody's like, we're clowning you because it wasn't a good day.
Right.
We're clowning you because you told yourself that you was going to be able to compete with Chris Brown. And we're like, you did this corny shit. Like, because there's also artists.
Grabs in the concept.
Because this also kind of goes to like what I say about Britney Spears and people talking about like these awkward videos that she was doing of her dancing. Because it's like, oh, Britney Spears was this great dancer. And it's like, yeah, with a choreographer.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of the same thing with Omarion. It's like, yeah, he was a great dancer with a choreographer.
With a team.
Like, he can't freestyle dance. Like, if we put him and Chris Brown in a circle and told them to dance against each other, it would probably look more like the No Guidance video with Chris Brown versus Drake. So it's just, and you hate to be like, you got to knock him off his high horse. But I mean, his ego is like inflated to the point of it's going to affect his career and who he works with and if he works with anybody, because you have to be humble. You have to be. You can't walk around with this mindset of I'm the greatest and everything I touch turns to gold when it doesn't. So,
quick question, sidebar. Really want to know, can get like the food? Are you gonna? He goes and work for 4. Will it be done before 4
today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably get it done before 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you gonna try to come scoop it up here?
Yeah.
Okay. If I start cooking right after this, we should be good.
All right. Sorry, you guys. We doing meal preps.
Still trying to lose that weight.
So,
speaking of food, our food's here. So you can jump to the next topic.
Go right ahead.
I was saying you can jump to the next topic.
No, I am.
Jump to the next topic.
Let me finish this. Oh. So anyway, you guys. So since we talk about people doing the most, Creole told me that a lot of people are talking about Chloe Bailey. She was performing. She showed me a video of her doing a performance, and they was like, "Oh, she's doing too much. She's doing too much." And I'm like, now the performance, I don't see her doing too much. I see her what she is. She's an artist and she's performing. Therefore, she's doing what she's supposed to do. But I guess the new generation of listeners or so-called music lovers, they're like, "Oh, she's
doing too much.
She's doing too much." I'm like, what's too much?
She's influenced by Beyonce. They were discovered by Beyonce. So you also got to remember that. So if her mentor is Beyonce, yeah, you're going to get a Beyonce vibe from her. Like, y'all have no problem when Beyonce's doing that same stuff at every tour for $1,000 a ticket.
But I guess they feel only Beyonce should be able to do that.
No, because Beyonce took her moves and stuff like that from Tina Turner.
You say that. You said that. Yeah, she did. But like I said,
the problem is this new generation is not used to performers.
No, they're not.
They're not used to performers. Well, Chris Brown's still doing these tired ass moves, and Omarion doing this, and Chloe Bailey's doing too much. Don't bring up Omarion. I'm just saying, but Chloe Bailey's doing too much on stage, and Normani trying to do all this dancing. We don't want to see all that. It was like, no, y'all not used to people performing and giving y'all a show. Like, I can only imagine like how this generation would be like seeing James Brown. Oh man, he got all the musicians and all these breakdowns
they used to go to these shows, recording the artists and then singing the rap lyrics along with them. That's what they do.
That's what they used to. They used to like the whole thing being recorded, them lip syncing, and the whole time they just sit up there like letting them rap their lyrics or sing their lyrics. Well, not even sing their lyrics, because most of the rappers like just rap their lyrics while they hold the mic out. They don't do nothing. They don't move nothing. They don't wear no kind of I'm not saying you have to wear a costume on stage, but no kind of fashion on stage. None of that. Yeah, they just there.
They used to do, wardrobe changes and stuff.
Yeah.
And just,
like y'all not used to.
They used to have sets.
Yes, sets. And they don't know nothing about that either.
Now they just come on the stage and
then a lot of these rappers are charging way more than the ones who are giving actual performances. Like, I'm not going to a concert where you charging me $150 for a decent ticket, not even the best ticket, but $150 for a decent ticket, and the whole time I gotta rap your lyrics? I don't think so.
I think they said, I think it was a Cash Money, or maybe it was a No Limit concert. One of those said they had a plane come up over the crowd and somebody was throwing money or something. It was a one of them.
I remember Drake had like an inflatable like plane or whatever, like it flying around his. And like that was for the...
I know Cash Money used to put on shows for their concert.
That was when he toured for the Scorpion album. Because Monique went. And his whole set was like in the round, which is different. Which if y'all don't know what in the round mean, it's like a theater term of like in the round means like the stage is in the middle and everybody's around. Because if you go into a concert, you know they cut off like a third of the arena to set up the stage on one end, and then everybody's from that point on back in the audience. But if I'm not mistaken, Drake's tour was in the round where the stage was in the middle of the arena. And so everybody had pretty much the same view of the stage, and the stage lit up and all this. There was like actual theatrics to it. Because you do want visuals with the performer and to enjoy, and the fact that possibly they may bring a local artist on stage, and you do want all of that. I mean, granted, that's not for every artist,
no,
but also that goes with how every artist is different. Going back to like being in your lane and stuff like that, because with R&B, with hip hop, you have just like you have rap, you have hip hop, you have gangster rap, you have trap, you have different types of those. Just like with R&B, you have the more closer to poppy feel, you have more of a party feel, you have more of a R&B crooner type feel where you can just, crooners will just stand behind a mic and give you something. But crooners, because they don't dance, give you voice.
We don't dance no more. We don't dance no more.
And that's what makes it different. Crooners and like
Sade don't have to. Sade don't have to perform because Sade's voice, like you said,
Sade's
she
voice,
puts you in that vibe. Like sit your ass down, listen to me, and you like.
Because they can sing, they can stand there and sing and hold you, but they're singing. They're not making you sing their song.
Right.
They're sitting up there putting their soul out to you. So they don't need too many visuals, but they still have visuals. Like Sade will still have a screen behind her with the water and the fields and sun and, all these things like that, But that's the difference. But like, I feel like this generation has gotten so used to these artists giving absolutely nothing to them for all of this ridiculous amount of money that now they're looking at these artists like Normani and Chloe Bailey, who are inspired by the artists of our time or a little bit before that, who used to actually perform. And so now they want to dance because Normani is more of a an Aaliyah vibe, especially with this most recent video and song.
Right.
And of course, Chloe Bailey has more of like a Beyonce feel because of course she's mentored by Beyonce. So of course Beyonce is going to make sure she's going to give a performance.
Right.
And now you got all these people, she's doing entirely too much. She crawling on the floor and she's singing and she's belting and she's this and she. Y'all used to these people giving y'all absolutely nothing to the point where now actual performances are too much. And that's crazy. It's like, oh, I went to this concert, they had pyrotechnics and they had that's what a concert is. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for a show. I'm not paying you $150 to rap your song to you to inflate your ego that we know your song.
But you know what? And let's go into the next topic. Is MTV fault?
Yeah.
It is MTV fault because MTV had a responsibility to do what the damn channel name MTV stood for. Music television. And there was a time, you kids, that it was like 24 hours of just music videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had shows about music videos.
And about the music artists.
And how the whole process was done.
Yep.
Then you had VH1 who had documentaries about artists.
Yep.
So now...
And VH1 used to be that way. I mean, not VH1. in E. E used to be strictly entertainment. It's become more reality than anything, but it used to be entertainment news. It used to be entertainment documentaries, entertainment new, background stuff, like you said. And they fell off of that.
Before this quote unquote boom of reality TV, like I said, you had your primetime, daytime TV shows, Cosby's, fucking Family Matters, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, stuff like that. You had stuff like that. And then you had, MTV and VH1, but mainly MTV. Now, MTV eventually, they started to do a little reality TV.
But it wasn't that much.
But it wasn't crazy. It was real world.
It was literally just to fill the prime time spot.
Right.
Because all you had was Real World and Road Rules. And they filled the prime time slot and then would go right back to music.
That's it. And that was fine. I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed some of the other little side things like
Daria, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, those things. And what was that one? We were just talking about it. There was Fear.
Yeah.
Fear. And I enjoyed those too. But then it started when it became saturated to where I used to wait till spring break came by and
oh my God, yeah, the MTV spring break
with spring
and
break.
then they eventually had winter break too.
Yep, they surely did, and they would go out there and they would set up a stage.
And BET had their version too called Spring Blank.
Artists to come perform and everything, man. It was a time where like you said, like
everything was music based.
It was music based, and it kept you up to date on stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't be knowing when artists drop stuff unless, like you say, unless I'm following their Instagram or their Twitter or whatever. Right. But there was a time where the music industry was MTV was just
MTV
was the plug for the music industry.
MTV backed the music industry.
Most definitely.
And it helped drive the music industry.
Most definitely.
Because it was like, we're gonna play your music videos, we're gonna debut your music videos, we're gonna have making the videos so people could see how you make the video. Yeah, you come promote it on TRL. You come promote your album on TRL. We'll have episodes of Diary so people can see your creative process. And because that was a show, Diary was a show. Yep. And where they followed, because I remember watching the one where they followed Usher when he was releasing Confessions, and they were there when he found out that it sold 1 million copies in 1 week, which was like, back then it was like, oh my God, his album went platinum in 1 week. Now a lot of these albums don't barely go gold in 6 months. And that was MTV. That was MTV. And then VH1 had music videos. A lot of it was throwback music videos though. And they had Behind the Music, which was like the music documentaries, which was how we found out about TLC, how exactly TLC ended up broke after selling 10 million copies of Crazy, Sexy, Cool. And they got to explain that. And we got to learn about how Neo came up and how Jay-Z came up and how Destiny's Child came up and, all these documentaries and things like that I'm pretty sure is why we have a lot of artists now who are going independent and stuff like that because and didn't go broke. Like they didn't blow their money because they saw all these stories of the ones that did blow their money and go broke and was scrounging. And, they got to learn from it because we had all of this background information and got to learn more about these artists and things like that. And then also, they got to promote their stuff more. Like I get that, with streaming and stuff like that, they get less off of their songs and their albums and stuff. But I mean, it's also because they don't get to promote their stuff anymore. There's no excitement for the latest music video. Just like just the other day, remember I was watching No Guidance.
Right.
And Dad was like, I didn't even really know they made music videos. I was like, you gotta go to YouTube to find it. I was like, there's a bunch of them I didn't know there was music videos for because they don't play on TV anymore.
MTV, if you come across this podcast, whoever running that shit, get the fuck out the way and let us come up in there and bring.
Well, I mean, they briefly tried to bring back TRL, but it just felt so out of place because the rest of the channel doesn't play anything.
Exactly.
So like 1 hour of playing snippets of music videos didn't hold.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense anymore.
Because DC Young Fly was one of the hosts of it when they tried to bring it back, but it felt so out of place because the rest of the channel was not that anymore, that to have this 1 hour of playing music videos and not even playing the whole music video because you have to still have time for interviews and all this stuff like that, it felt out of place, so it didn't stick because it was just this random music video show for an hour now.
Yeah, no. MTV, like I said,
MTV dropped the ball. BET is struggling with the music thing because the hip hop awards ain't hitting on nothing to the point where they have to bring back Rap City to try to get people
but you said
as
that
a
was a
lead-in.
one-time thing.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be the return because I was like, bro, a lot of these rappers not gonna survive.
For real, for real, and that's a sad thing. And that's what I'm saying. Shows like that, those shows,
it forced you to prove you were an artist,
Rap City, and
prove you were good.
Yo MTV Raps, 106 in Park, TR, shows like that. Those were the staples of those.
That was how you got your career started, and that's how you made sure you kept your career going.
Exactly.
Like that was part of your promotional process.
And that's where you get checked at.
It was where you got checked.
And nobody.
There is no check.
There's no check. No artists are getting checked by nothing.
Do you know how many of these rappers these days would not exist if they had to go in the booth on Rap City and actually rap?
Now, some people be like, oh, well, and some people feel like, well, it's art and you should be able to freely express yourself in it.
No, if you trash, you trash.
But my thing is this, I'm not, you have the Mona Lisa up there and you gonna let somebody hang finger fucking paint in front of that shit? Talk about this is the new generation?
Right.
Fuck no.
The booth would... I was really hoping Rap City was coming back, period. Because the booth would have ended so many of these careers, but also probably launched a lot of careers for people we probably should actually be listening to and should actually get the promotion they deserve.
I agree. Like I said, purpose of those shows was to check.
Checked people.
Check the people. Check the artists. Like saying you have
interviews let you know. Oh Lord. Interviews let you know if the person had a decent head on their shoulders.
Exactly.
Okay. If they were humble, if they were assholes. Like live performances on shows and stuff like that let you know if they were about anything or any type of entertainment value or anything. Man, look, even here locally, man, slam it or jam it. We need to bring that shit back.
Who you telling?
Man, a lot of these songs, as much as these like Gen Zers and stuff, like eventually, because there's a lot of these songs that it takes a long time for it to take. Man, Slam It or Jam It didn't give you that chance. Slam It or Jam It was very much like, we're debuting this song. You let us know if you like it or not. Because slam it meant you didn't like it. Jam it meant, yeah, you want to hear it again. And so it was a first impression type thing. And guess what? If it got slammed that night, it was not getting played ever again on the radio. There was no making it an earwig on TikTok.
Nope.
And, I think I like this song now. No. Slam It or Jam It meant it had to hit as soon as it came on. And that's also the thing, too, because artists don't have to do that. Be like, so-and-so song gained traction. Back in the day, that song had to hit as soon as it came on.
That's it, baby.
You had 3 minutes to prove that this song was good. If people liked it, it got jammed. It started playing. It would start playing on the radio the next week. If it got slammed, you didn't hear that song no more. And it just is what it is. And guess what? Here, Slam It or Jam It slammed a bunch of songs from national artists because Slam It or Jam It was not a local artist thing. They were premiering songs from local artists too, but they also were premiering songs from national artists. And I had heard some songs by like Nelly and Ludacris and people like that who were hot, where this one song just didn't hit. At least it didn't hit down here, and it got slammed. And that's just what it was. And there's a lot of songs today, it would not survive slamming or jamming.
Hell no. Hell no. Shout out to the radio DJs out there.
That was back when
still
Wayne had the night slot.
Hey, what's your name? You on the radio with your boy Wayne. It's a 9 o'clock props is on. Tell me where you calling from. Yo, I'm calling from that West thing. You know what it is? Yeah.
And you remember they used to get embarrassed too.
Oh yeah. Hit him with that straight toilet flush. Trash got it.
Yup. Because you wasn't allowed to cuss.
Couldn't cuss.
You couldn't cuss. And then people voted on you too. Like, oh man, I like so-and-so.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. They need to bring that back. That was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, you gotta...
There's no checks.
Yeah, there's no checks.
There's no gate. And you hate to call it like gatekeepers, but we do kind of need gatekeepers again.
If you appreciate the art, if you appreciate the craft, man, this shit, what they call hip-hop ain't hip-hop. Get out of here,
we
man.
We need all these different gatekeepers again. We need to start making these artists prove that they're talented. That they have what it takes to last.
Terrible, bro. Terrible. But since we're talking about artists and, good music, Adele Stank Azzz.
Why you mad at Adele?
So this album called 30?
30.
All these fucking numbers. Her Stank Azzz finally... well, actually, she know when the album gonna drop? Or she know?
Soon.
I know she dropped a single.
Soon.
Recently. No.
Because I saw the advertisement that you can get it on cassette.
Yeah. Then you gotta buy a fucking $200 cassette player. So,
man, if you don't go to the Goodwill and go buy an old one.
If you can find one.
Oh no, why am I looking on here? Because I have it pre-saved, so it's coming out soon.
So Adele Stank Azzz finally dropping her shit. And Bruno Mars Stank Azzz announces his shit is in November though, right?
Huh?
Bruno's.
Yes, Bruno is definitely November 12th.
That's why I thought so.
It's November. His is coming out November 12th. Hold on, because I have both of those albums pre-saved on my iTunes.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to both of those albums.
Okay, so Adele's coming out. So yeah, Bruno's coming out on the 12th. So that's gonna be the 12th of November, and then the very next week is gonna be Adele's 30.
Okay, so there we go. We got 2 albums to look forward to, and I would say this, Adele and Bruno, y'all can't do me no wrong. So I'm not worried about it. Well, and Adele's been through a lot since the 25 album? Adele got her a black man, y'all.
Well, first, Adele got married. She had a baby, got married.
So is she 30 now?
She's past 30.
Okay, so this is from...
But I think a lot of the things that she's talking about on the album is from her time of being 30. Because remember, it was 19, 21, 25, and that's 30.
30, okay. So yeah. So anyway. Yeah, you're right. She was married, had kids.
She had one.
Okay, had a kid. She lost some weight.
She's 33 now.
She's 33. Okay. So she's out here looking good.
Oh, look at that. Her and Chris Brown got the same birthday.
And in doing so, looking good, she got a black man.
She do.
Got a brother.
She got a rich black man.
A rich brother.
American.
Oh, he's American.
He is LeBron's agent.
There you go.
He's LeBron's agent.
There you go.
His name is Rich Paul. Yeah. And so she's been seen sitting on the sidelines with him at the Lakers games a lot.
We Creel was researching that info when she told me. I said, who this brother is? When she start liking brothers,
Adele likes whatever. Whatever's gonna make her happy.
Obviously, I ain't mad. I don't know. I ain't mad.
But this album gonna be lit because it's gonna be about her son. It's gonna be about her divorce. It's gonna be about finding love again.
Bruh. Like I said, no disappointments. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm definitely looking forward to the Silk Sonic fucking album.
It's not that many tracks. Sorry to disappoint you.
What you mean? No, we talked about this. How many tracks? It shows how many tracks? Man, how many fucking tracks?
Will you pre-save it?
How many tracks?
It's only 9 tracks long.
Boy, get the fuck. You lying. Only 9 tracks?
I knew you was gonna be upset.
Bruh.
Like I wanted to get your reaction on the podcast.
I told you, I said this fucking album better be like 30 songs.
I know you wanted, yeah, I know.
There better be some long ass songs. There better not be no fucking interludes. You can't see how long the songs
There's
are.
one intro. So technically 8 songs. Yeah, no, they don't have the name of the tracks released. They just, of course, only filled it in with the Silk Sonic intro, Leave the Door Open, and Skate.
And that's 2 songs already. So that leaves what? 7? No. 6.
6 more, yeah, 6 more tracks.
Motherfuckers. Bruno, listen here. But you better have a deluxe version.
I think this is more of just like an EP, so that's why it's so short.
Why it took so fucking long? Fuck all that. You better have a deluxe version coming out.
Because it's gonna be perfection.
I don't give a fuck. You better have a deluxe version coming out. There better be 9 more bonus fucking tracks or something. I'm not playing with your ass.
I know one thing. The Grammys better not fuck this up. Because we already know this Bruno Anderson Paak album, this Night with Silk Sonic album, and Adele album, you already know they're gonna be Grammy worthy. The Grammys better not fuck that up.
We're gonna see.
Come December, January.
We're gonna see. All I know is, Bruno, you fucked up for that, bro. You could at least give us 10.
Yeah, I had to wait till the podcast to let you know. Because I've been knowing for the last couple of days.
You raggedy motherfucker.
But I had to get your like genuine reaction on the podcast.
That's bullshit. Because we sat here and talk. I said, yeah, babe, that thing gotta be at least like 15, 16 tracks. That shit gotta be that deep for them to take this long.
It's 9 tracks with an intro.
9 fucking tracks.
With an intro.
With an intro.
So only 8 songs.
Stink asshole. You and Adele, you stink motherfuckers. How many tracks Adele got?
Adele got 12. I'm sorry.
She got 12. And you got a whole 9, including an intro?
Yep.
Whatever, man.
Your soul hurt, huh?
It's bullshit. It's all good, though.
Oh, man. Your soul hurt.
It's all good. I'm not tripping.
I know you was looking for like 30-some tracks.
Anyway, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Well, look. It's that time.
That's the note you're going to end on. You pissed me, Bruno, so you don't want to talk no more.
Yeah. It's that time, you guys. Once again, we do thank y'all for tuning in, listening to another episode of All But Yeah. And like I said, we will once more try our best to keep this thing going.
We still try to figure out our schedule.
Right. But if you would like to donate, you can donate at Cash App, $ Creole.
You don't know the...
I thought I told you.
Creole. No, you set it up, so.
I know it's Creole dot. It's either Creole _ retro. Hold on.
Is it the same as the...
I want to say it's the same as the Instagram.
Oh, and we changed the Instagram to All But Yeah.
Right.
So maybe we need to change the Cash App to All But Yeah, too. Just to make it simpler.
Probably so. We need to work on that. Yeah, we'll probably do that, man. Well, hold on for the Cash App stuff. We'll have it for you next time. But I do want to thank everyone for tuning in, all our listeners.
You said you had an announcement.
Oh, yeah. Well, since we have different work schedules and whatnot, and, All But Yeah is a group effort, we do have our own individual talents. And Creole, who I've been on ass grilling, trying to get her to do her thing, is finally going to start.
I figure we're a year into this, so.
Yeah, so she's finally going to start her own little side podcast, and I'm gonna let you explain.
It's gonna be short. It's not gonna be lengthy. It's not gonna be hour-long podcast unless I'm like really into the topic. But yeah, I'm gonna finally launch In the Mix with Vix.
Hey.
So yeah, Retro has been after me to do In the Mix with Vix, and it's gonna be a music.
She's gonna talk about music,
probably entertainment and fashion, but
and culture,
and just culture. And what you mean, it's kind of this podcast, but I'm, as you know, when we get into certain topics,
she's very in depth.
I'm very in depth. I very much enjoy breaking down lyrics and she the
gets,
makeup of an album and history and different things like that. So
and she gets mad because she'll explain some of this stuff on the show, and I don't say nothing because I'm like, well, that's not my lane. She's good at this.
I be trying to educate you, and
I understand. I do be educated, but it's like I still can't comment on it because this is your lane.
Yeah.
So just give her that outlet to sit here and to do what she does, to geek out, to
and it will probably be like I said, it probably won't be lengthy. It'll probably be like quickie topics. But the goal, because now with my new schedule, I'm off during the weekend. I'm no longer off on weekends. That hopefully these will be good. I don't want to call them like filler episodes because it's
not filler.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm just gonna I'm just throwing out some bullshit to fill time. But so you guys will have something to listen to while until the next All But Yeah episode. Exactly. So we can keep you up to date. So you can have a little more consistency. So I'll be home by myself. It'll be me and Pablo, so you'll probably hear him barking like he is now. But other than that, it'll be me. It'll be me home alone, quiet house, and we'll have a discussion about the makeup of certain albums and influence and fashion or entertainment or film or just I might focus on an artist in general for an episode, but. Like I said, they'll probably be about 30-ish, 45 minutes at max. And, and hopefully that'll be every other week to every week.
All right. So y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for In the Mix with Vix, your host, Creole Vixen. Ow. But,
in case you didn't know, that was my whole title.
Yeah.
It was Creole Vixen. Well, so that's why it's In the Mix with Vix.
Right. So, but we're going to work on all that to get that squared away. But other than that, is there anything else I assist you with?
No, we'll tackle the rest of the list next time.
Okay. So you guys, once more, thank you for tuning in. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for, like I say, sticking with us. I hope y'all look forward to the In the Mix with the Vix. And, you never know. I mean, I might come up with something too.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get some consistency. We can get some guests back on. Right now, we really want to get guests back on, but right now we have to figure out when we're gonna do the show. Period. Because
to be able to get guests.
We don't have a set date anymore to where we can tell people to be like, oh yeah, we'll record every Wednesday or whatever like that. So it's really tough because we're kind of at this point. It's like, oh yeah, I think we have time tomorrow. Maybe we can help and throw together an episode. So
because even this episode, Creole was off, but I got work, so.
And you didn't get off till like 3 a.m. last night. This morning, so.
I did good. I didn't fall asleep, so.
No, you didn't.
But like I said, you guys, we do appreciate y'all. We do love y'all. We thank y'all, and just bear with us. And like I said, we do have more stuff coming to you guys throughout the remainder of the year. So please support us. Show your love. Show your concern. And until next time, we go.
Let's go.
Love y'all. Peace.
It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy Retro. Let's go. It's Creole. Let's go. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Let's go. Your girl Creole. Oh yeah. It's your girl Creole. Let's go. It's your girl Creole. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.